Welcome back to Logan Figures It Out. Today we are going to do a full review of the new Masters of the Universe from the new Netflix CGI series. We got the Wave, I got the playset, I got Deluxe Heman. So how do these compare to Origins? Let's find out. I'm going to dig deeper, show you close-ups, get right to it. Alright, so here's what I have from the line so far. We'll dive into the regular basic figures first. We got Trapjaw. If you haven't watched the cartoon, I'd highly suggest it. It's definitely geared more towards kids, but every adult that I know that's watched it, that grew up with the originals like I did, if you're anywhere from like 35 to 45 years old, you're probably going to dig it anyway. It's pretty cool. It's a different take on it. Anyway, we got Trapjaw here. These figures are pretty detailed. It has all the same paint applications, I would think, as an Origins figure. It just lacks the articulation, which I'm an in-package collector, so I don't care. Logan obviously plays with his toys, but he wants these more than the Origins figures. He just likes the aesthetic of them a lot better. But Trapjaw with this really big armor, super cool. The packaging on this is great. I love the artwork. You can see the He-Man logo. It's not part of the box, but part of the bubble blister instead. On the back is also individualized per the character, so it shows you his swinging arm action there, I guess. He's got the rocket launcher feature, and then it shows you the other characters in the line. So we got He-Man, Skeletor there, obviously. Awesome figure. I think it's the best of the line for sure. Then we got Skeletor himself. Getting customizable artwork on the card. Skeletor's face is a little lacking as far as his maybe a black wash over the teeth. I love the Havoc staff on this. It's super big, bulky. He's got the cool skeleton arm. It's just a really neat take on Skeletor. I think it's awesome. Something a little different. I love the look of it. Here's the back of his card. You can show I guess he swings the Havoc staff around a little bit. And there it shows Man-at-Arms and He-Man. Now, He-Man himself. He's actually the character I liked the least on the show, which is kind of funny because he's the main guy. I just don't like his look too much. He's just seems a lot more cartoony than the rest of them. I think the power sword's way too wide. I'd rather have like a standard sword. I don't hate it by any means, but I just think it's the weakest design of the entire lineup. I do like how they changed his chest emblem to resemble the H more. I'm sure there's going to be way more He-Mans that come out with the different costumes as they go. Hopefully they make him as Prince Adam. I want to see everybody in the line. So there he is. Shows his, sword slashing action. One major fault of this line. The case distribution and assortments. So obviously I don't have Man-at-Arms yet. We have not been able to find them. These were street dated for October 1st. They hit a few days later. I was definitely first to two fresh cases of it. And the case assortments, you're basically getting 3 He-Man, 2 Skeletor, and then whatever's left in the case, you're getting 1 Trapjaw or 1 Man-at-Arms. You don't get both in the case. I don't know why in a 4-figure wave, Mattel makes it that you can't complete the whole set as a kid. My kid wants all 4. We can't get them. So we have to run all over trying to find different ones. As a collector, it's frustrating. And the show makes such an emphasis that all the characters are important as one of the next. They're a team in this. It's not just He-Man and the rest of them. They're a team. They all get their power-ups. They're always transforming together. But yet you're going to make the show basically just about He-Man and Skeletor. They should all be represented equally. I don't understand that from a marketing standpoint. I think all the characters are going to be equally as good and equally as popular for toys. Anyway, enough preaching there. I just don't get it. They did have the deluxe figure. Now this retails for $19.99. I should say the standard figures are $9.99. This is a lot bigger. You can tell If I put these directly next to one another, he's about twice the size. Now this one's definitely way more cartoony. I don't know if I necessarily like this one. I may just give it to Logan to open. Haven't decided yet. The collector in me is like, it's a He-Man item. I need it. But do I really? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Should I keep it or should Logan play with it? But there you can see his armor. We have not seen this version of He-Man in the cartoon. I'm sure it's coming in part 2. And as far as I know right now, there is no Skeletor like this. I'm sure there will be. So we got He-Man there. And then last but not least, we got this awesome playset. Now this retails for $30. It says there's 2 ways to play, which I'll show you on the back. So it's kind of reminiscent of the old Slime Pit playset to me, which is why I got it. Again, I think the artwork is awesome. Love like the old school drawings. I know it's all CGI these days, but it's still just cooler than showing like the back of the box when they just show the toy itself. So here's one way you play. You got He-Man fighting the snake with Skeletor on the throne. And then it shows you like he's defeating the snake. It knocks Skeletor right off. And then the second way, of course, Skeletor wins. And the snake eats He-Man. So if you want to be the bad guy, you can win. If you want to be the good guy, you can also win. So pretty cool. For a kid, I don't know how much playability is actually out of this. It probably gets a little boring, to be honest, after a while. Like moving the snake around, it's more just a display piece. But as a collector, again, I'm keeping it in the box. And the display of the box, it displays really well. So again, $30. These are hitting now. I wish I'd showed you the motorcycles. There are motorcycles out for this line of He-Man and Skeletor. They actually look pretty cool for what they are. I did not pick them up. I will probably get them for Logan, though. He wants them. Every line there is, whether it's G.I. Joe, Batman, Spider-Man, they always seem to do these motorcycle figures that never appear in the movie. Again, these never appear in the show. But they are different versions of He-Man and Skeletor with different paint applications. And they're riding the motorcycles that kind of look like Panther and Battle Cat. So they're kind of neat for what they are. But they are definitely more for kids. They don't have a clamshell package. They're the open package like you would normally see with that stuff. What I wanted to make a comparison to, though, is Mattel knows we're a bunch of suckers. And I will preface this by saying this is all opinion, not a fact. So if you watch the great toy debate of the last month, you'll understand the reference. I don't want to get accused of anything. But I'm going to compare this directly to an Origins figure. As you can see, they are basically the same size. This one retails $15. This one retails $10. As far as the plastic, this is a little bit bulkier of a figure. It weighs a little bit more even than this one, so there's more plastic used. Definitely more plastic in the clamshell. It's almost twice the size because it's much wider than an Origins figure, so you got more plastic. The card artwork is designed for each character instead of just kind of a generic look with the Origins. And it has all these like indents. There's more cuts to it. It's a fancier package. It's a little bit bigger. I know it's shorter, but it's definitely wider. So there's more cardboard involved overall. And also the thickness of the new cardboard. It's a lot thicker than the Origins. This is extremely flimsy. I mean, this isn't the thickest stuff in the world, but it's not nearly as thin as the Origins. This also has like the rocket launching feature. This doesn't do anything. Like, yeah, he can hold his staff, but that's it. I understand Origins have some articulation with the elbows and knees. These do not. However, does that justify $5 when these came out much later? So their MSRP would probably be more because manufacturing, from what they claim, has gone up. But yet these came out later and are cheaper. Again, it's still the same amount of plastic, if not more, on these. There's better material used with the packaging overall. So if they're going to claim that they have to sell these for 15, and that's only because this is a collector's line. They know we're suckers. We're going to buy it no matter what. They know this is a kids line. So they have to sell it for $9.99 for parents to buy it. Again, if they can make this for $9.99, they can make this for $9.99. There's no doubt about it. Again, they know their market. They know collectors will pay whatever basically they dictate, and they know parents won't. So they're the same figure essentially. They're obviously the same license. There's, you know, all the fees that would be involved with it. Obviously they own it, so there really are none. If anything, maybe they're getting a kickback from Netflix to even promote this stuff. So maybe that could be a slight cost reduction, but the figures should be the same price. So let me know in the comments what you think of the new figures. Give me a like and subscribe. You can follow us on future toy hunts. We do future reviews, you know, from time to time here as new stuff comes out. And again, just let me know what you think. Do you like the new He-Man or not? They are way better than I initially anticipated. Much larger. I thought they'd be like a third of the size smaller. So overall, 2 thumbs up, and I can't wait for Wave 2.